Hi, welcome back to Q&A with RFSMART. My name is Sarah Archer, and today I've got Marcia zooming in with me. Marcia's a member of our hardware team, and today we're going to talk about what our hardware team does and how they can help us choose great hardware that will improve efficiency and accuracy in your warehouse. So, Marcia, I think the first question really is who or what is the RFSMART hardware team?
So the hardware team here at RFSMART is really a group of us that are here to provide a solution for pretty much everything outside of the RFSMART software itself. We provide wireless infrastructure support if that's a requirement. We provide, of course, the mobile devices and scanning equipment. And then we also provide printers and the labels that are used with those printers. We provide custom label printing, as well as the support of all of those products that we sell.
So it sounds like if you're doing an implementation, there is a lot of things to think about. You just listed off printers and hardware and software. Once you've decided on your ERP and your WMS, which of course should be RFSMART, when do you start thinking about hardware? When should you give the hardware team a call?
You want to be thinking about hardware at the same time that you're making a decision on the application. The devices are what the users see as the application. That's what they use. And you also want to be sure that the devices that you're selecting are going to be efficient and going to meet the needs that you have, the requirements that you have in the warehouse itself. So really, making those plans and having those discussions should be done really at the same time that you're looking at a software application.
I want to talk about choosing the right hardware. So let's say I'm a customer, I've decided on my ERP, I've decided to go with RFSMART, I've even decided to give the RFSMART hardware team a call. But part of your job is identifying what hardware solution will bring the most value for our customers. And so before we dig into that, could you just help me by defining some of the terms we might need to know, consumer versus industrial, things like that?
Absolutely. So there are consumer rated devices such as iPads or iPhones, smartphones, that type of thing, that a lot of customers think they can use in the warehouse. And there's definitely a place for that type of device, mostly in retail stores and so forth is a good place for those. But not everything scans the same way. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're, again, using the device that's going to work for you, but also work in your environment. So consumer devices are not a rugged unit. So the batteries are going to be depleted pretty quickly, especially when you introduce scanning with that unit, draws down a lot of the power. And they also, as we all know, our smartphone, iPhones, we've dropped them, they have broken, and that can happen pretty easily in a warehouse environment. The other thing with the consumer devices is that with that battery charging, you have to take the device and plug it in. So they don't have the replaceable batteries, and therefore you're going to have to take that unit out of production to charge it. So, the efficiency is lost a little bit when you use that style device in a rugged environment.
I didn't even think about that you would need to pull that battery out and recharge it or plug that device in, and you would definitely lose time. So really good point there towards industrial style devices. There are so many options to choose from, whether you decide that consumer is right for you or industrial. Could you just give us a little overview of what the best use cases for, say, like handhelds, wearables, tablets, the different kinds of hardware available?
So there are different form factors of mobile data collection devices out on the market. So we have what we consider the typical handheld style, which really comes in two form factors. We have the full touch screen style device, and then we also have the standard device that has the display, but also the full alphanumeric keypad. These are more rugged units. These are units that are used mostly in data collection systems because they're very versatile. They have rechargeable batteries. they work really well and scan really well in most every kind of environment. Then we have the wearables, which are, the mobile computer is worn on the wrist, and then you use a ring scanner. And those are usually used in high volume transactions, where like a high volume pick, where you're picking hundreds of orders a day and you just need to be fast and keep moving and just need that standard range scan that you can get with the ring scanner. And then we also have the tablet style units, which have really become popular. The manufacturers of the equipment really have brought more and more tablets out just over the last 18 months or so. So these tablets now, just like mobile computers, they have replaceable batteries. They have integrated scanners, and we even have them where they can be mounted on forklift trucks or in vehicles for, delivery type style requirements. So they've really come a long way and work super well with the RFSMART application.
And that's just a small piece of really what you guys do, because you not only are helping with scanners, tablets, things like that, but we've also got printer options that you can take a look at, as well as things like labeling, ways to optimize your warehouse. And of course, if you're interested in any of that, getting in touch with the RFSMART hardware team is the first step in optimizing those efficiencies and utilizing that hardware. And if you're interested in hearing more about printing, we actually have a really great podcast episode that I'll make sure is linked below for you about printing and the different environments that printing, that choosing a good printer for a different environment. But Marcia, before we go today, I just was wondering if you could share a customer story with us, a story of a time that you were able to help transform a customer or change a life.
It's kind of a sad story, actually, but it's true that we were able to help a customer regain their efficiency in their warehouse. The users had stopped using RFSMART in their distribution center because the devices that they had were just extremely, just didn't work well for them. They didn't scan well. They had to click to scan multiple times. It didn't render the application very well on the screen, so it was hard to see. And it was just not a pleasant experience for them and very frustrating. And a lot of the users said that they were just losing complete efficiency. It was easier for them to do everything manually. So they stopped using the system. We came in, helped them, read their requirements, went through the warehouse and understood what the users were experiencing, how they were using the devices, how they were performing their tasks. And we were able to provide them with devices that met the requirements that they had in each of their individual areas. And the business had to buy these devices in order to regain their efficiency in the warehouse by using the application, the RFSMART application. So we were able to help them, which is the great thing. But that just goes to show you the importance of being able to select the devices at the beginning that are going to meet your requirements.
Marcia, I think it just goes to show you that no matter where you are in your mobility journey, if you're just starting out or you've already got devices, no matter where you are, the RFSMART hardware team can meet you. And so if you are considering warehouse automation, or maybe you've already started that process, either way, we can meet you where you are and help. So make sure that you give us a call if you're interested in hearing more about how the RFSMART hardware team can help you. You can email us at info@rfsmart.com. Of course, you can visit our website, rfsmart.com, for more information. Marcia, thank you again so much for being here today. And to all of you listening, thank you as well. And we'll see you again really soon. Thanks.